Here is the issue. The region and area of southeast Queensland experiences large volumes of flooding, both slow rising and fast rising, especially in the summer months of December to February, where periods of heavy rainfall and frequent and intense thunderstorms occur. As a result of this, many animal habitats, including ecosystems and plant life, directly become affected, like aquatic, bush and underground animals, thus causing their immediate sustainable environmental world to change dramatically. This is what I have learned. Flooding has negative impacts on animal habitats, ecosystems and plant life due to fast rising or flash flooding occurrences. Flash flooding sends mass amounts of rainwater over dry land and submerges itself onto low-lying areas, causing animal habitats, ecosystems and plant life to experience vast, devastating and harmful environmental consequences. Aquatic animal habitats experience the loss of breeding of living organisms, the destruction of fish colonies, dispersal of weed species, and the reproduction of other marine water animals. Bush animals may lose their native habitats as they become inundated with water, making it hard for them to survive and run the risk of becoming an extinct species. As for the underground animals, they may drown from the immediate impact or possibly lose their habitats completely. Surprisingly, the most interesting finding was the fact that flooding can actually have positive impacts towards animal habitats, ecosystems and plant life. When flooding occurs as a slow rising effect, it provides substantial environmental growth. It makes the rainwater travel deep below the surface and soaks deeply into the ground, allowing the soil to then develop long-term underground water supply for animals, therefore assisting with animals' future sustainable growth. Animals and their habitats is possibly the greatest threat to the natural sustainable world, especially when the issue of flooding is concerned. It is important that we care for our animals and their habitats, ecosystems and plant life in our local areas. Ways to achieve this include planting vegetation and flora on our properties to promote future sustainability for many animal species. Do not destroy their current habitats with developing future housing communities. And lastly, we must educate ourselves on our own natural community region in order to assist those animals who live there so they cannot become non-existent. There is plenty we can do to assist our animal habitats, ecosystems and plant life in order to strengthen their sustainable future environment. We can follow a few simple guidelines to protect our animals and their habitats, such as do not pollute our waterways, reservoirs and lakes. Eliminate cutting down of trees and plants in our local area for housing communities. And avoid littering our natural and beautiful environments with rubbish and waste. Also, by participating in the annual Clean Up Australia Day, which is held annually on the first Sunday of March, is a great way to help animal habitats and their future sustainable world. Australians can come together, forming a unified community network, and take to the parks, bushlands and waterway and collect masses of rubbish. It is estimated that approximately 302,213 tonnes of rubbish has been collected since this environmental conservation organisation began.